as well. They're going to be there doing limbo pizzas and garlic bread, and we'll have soft drinks and snacks for people as well.
And tomorrow, Titanic.
Yes, Titanic tomorrow.
No icebergs.
No icebergs. We were thinking of putting an iceberg in the pool, but it might have been a little bit difficult to get that organised. So, but yeah, it should be good, and we've fully booked out on our inflatable dinghy seats tomorrow, but we do have, obviously there's still the option to get in the pool, and we do have lots of deck chairs as well available around the pool for people to sit on.
That's a great idea, isn't it? Sitting in one of those dinghy chairs in the middle of a swimming pool, watching Titanic. Well, is it a good idea? I don't know.
Travel update. BBC Radio Sheffield.
Greg, how's it looking?
Still plenty of heavy traffic on the motorways. The M1 is slow northbound from junction 32 at Thurcroft through to 34 at Meadowhall. The M18 is queuing northbound approaching junction 2 where it joins the A1M north, and the A1M itself still slow from junction 34 at Bortree Road through to junction 35 at the M18. Off the motorways, problems still in Darfield. Barnsley Road is closed because of an accident between Garden Street and South Street, so diversion in place there, making things very busy. And going out of Sheffield on Ecclesfield Road, traffic still looking slow near to the Brocco Bank junction. We had reports of an accident earlier there. If you can update us as to what's happening, is that still causing actual problem for traffic, do let us know. The Jam Dodger line is 014256 1212.
5:31, Rebecca's got the headlines.
The Sheffield region is set to receive £900 million over the next 30 years thanks to a devolution deal. It includes creating an elected mayor for the region, even though voters in the city of Sheffield rejected the idea 3 years ago. The new inquests into the Hillsborough disaster have heard a former West Midlands police officer denying putting pressure on a witness to change his statement about the Hillsborough disaster. Derek Bruder said the 15-year-old Kevin Williams had still been alive when he treated him on the pitch, but some of the medical points were changed after Matthew Swords, an inspector with the West Midlands Force, visited Mr. Bruder at his home in 1990. Steelworkers from the Thai-owned SSI plant at Redcar to receive support worth up to £80 million from the government. It's also been confirmed that SSI UK is going into liquidation. 1,700 workers are being made redundant. And the director of Yorkshire Wildlife Park, Cheryl Williams, has been named UK Private Businesswoman of the Year. She beat hundreds of entries from across the country to pick up the prestigious national title. The weather, a lovely end to the day with clear skies. Temperatures dropping off quite quickly though with mist and fog. Overnight lows reaching 4 Celsius.
Sports update. BBC Radio Sheffield.
So, Rotherham United begin life without Steve Evans this evening as they host Burnley at the New York Stadium. Caretaker boss Eric Black will be at the helm for the very first time in a game which you can hear live in Football Heaven from 6 o'clock. And Black admits he can't wait to get out there.
I'm really excited about it. I think it adds a little bit of a glamour to the whole thing, doesn't it? Under the lights, Sky cameras will be there. It's all of a sudden looks like a real top-class game, which I think it will be. I think it'll be a real entertaining spectacle, and hopefully we'll get a performance out of the players.
Sheffield Wednesday winger Ross Wallace has praised teammate Ati Niuyu, saying he's a vital player who menaces opponents. The Al striker divides opinion, though he recently finished second in the club's Player of the Month vote for September.
Yeah, you've got to play his strengths, and Hatti's not going to run behind players, and he's a vital part of the team. You speak to other players, after games and stuff, and I think when we're getting crosses in the box, just the sheer size of him, just to play off him as well. People can't get in front of him to get the ball off him. When you speak to other players, they just say, what a handful he is to play against, and we know how important he is to the team. The squad, we're really, really 100% behind him, and hopefully we can get a few more goals from him.
Chris Basham says he was overwhelmed to be named Sheffield United captain against Burton on Tuesday evening. The Blades midfielder received the armband in the absence of club captain Jay McEverley, and the 27-year-old admits it is something he hopes to do again.
Thoroughly enjoying it. Obviously, Jay is our main captain.
Sheffield.
It was an honour to be captain, to be honest. I was really
terrible.
My performance on the pitch is just
BBC Radio Sheffield.
Make sure I can lead our lads out when I am captain and hopefully get the result and be undefeated as well.
Augusta Rovers caretaker boss Rob Jones says he'll resist temptation to go for broke against Barnsley tomorrow. The 35-year-old is set to interview for the vacant manager's position next week, so a derby win against the Reds won't hurt his chances of getting the job. Rovers also have a number of attacking players returning to fitness.
We have a good mixture of firepower, but going for Bro, no, maybe not. It's a game we have to have respect for. It's a game that is going to be a tough game, especially with it being a derby. But yes, I have a lot more firepower in my arsenal than I had a week 10 days ago.
Barnsley head coach Lee Johnson says they could lose midfielder Joe Rothwell for a month because of a severe bout of tonsillitis. Manchester United loanee hasn't played since September the 7th because of the issue and may require surgery. Johnson also says it's time for Paul Digby to get some football elsewhere.
I think that we're apparently assessing people like Diggers could do alone. We've had a couple of illnesses, like Joe Rothwell, for example, has had tonsillitis and may need his tonsils out, so at the moment he's fighting through it. But that's something that we'll have to think about, so we may lose him for a month or so.
Chesterfield manager Dean Saunders says the players are under no pressure to get a win at bottom club Crewe. The Spyrites have slipped down the table because of a 5-game winless run. Saunders says the intensity doesn't increase until the closing stages.
They're all important, aren't they? I mean, we've got the big pressure games in the last 10, really. That's when we find out if you can hold your nerve or not. We've got a good group of players and we're actually playing well. We're not getting the rub of the green at the minute. We've let points slip through our fingers. All these things will even themselves out, and one win change it all around.
And finally, in basketball, the Sheffield Sharks face the Cheshire Phoenix, looking for their first win of the season. The Sharks were narrowly beaten by the champions Newcastle a fortnight ago.
Bringing you up to date with the day. Howard Pressman, BBC Radio Sheffield.
How do you fancy a sporting fact from this day and years gone by, with the initials replacing the keywords? And me giving you 15 minutes just for fun to solve it? Okay. We call it initial response. Good luck with this. Again, I've managed to throw in lots of letters. Good luck with it. 1993 will take you to this very day. FOBW HBTF. What? FOBW HBTF. Any ideas? 014 279 6699 is the number. Text Sheffield to 81333. Start your text with Sheffield. On this day, 1993, FOBW HBTF. Your 15 minutes has just begun, and good luck. One of the main stories this afternoon, it's emerged the gunman who killed 9 people in a mass shooting in the United States was born in Britain. 26-year-old